That's Coach Spencer Carberry after the loss in Game 3. They end up losing that game 4-0. Jason noted. Scoreless after one.
Yeah. And a lot of opportunities. But he didn't seem as pissed off with the media after this last loss as he was with Game 1.
Super upset after Game 1. You could tell, like, he was short with the media.
Yeah. Well, because they got so out-hit, so outshot. Everything was just awful. They are blocking a lot of shots still. They're doing that. So, I mean, they're sacrificing. And I guess overall they were happy with the first 25 minutes or so. I guess they're just got to get lucky, be able to capitalize on that.
And they're not getting outshot, 3-1.
Yeah.
The last couple games it's been
closer.
28-21, I think 29-24.
I think they were slightly out-hit by a couple.
Slightly out-hit by 4.
Yeah.
But, the block shots are crazy. I mean, they've been doubling up the block shots against Carolina.
Well, they've certainly proven that they can beat them. But I think what I've seen so far is it takes their best effort.
A Herculean effort?
Yes.
I put up the Junkies poll of the day, brought to you by Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka, the perfect addition to any gathering. Each can only 100 calories, zero carbonation. That means easy sipping. You can find Surfside at your local bars and in convenient variety 8-packs at your local liquor stores. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly. It's a simple question. Jason threw it out there. Is this game a must-win? Technically, it's not, because it is the first team to win 4.
Well, I'm going to go vote on it right now.
Yes.
Because it feels like a must-win.
I think everyone would agree it's a must-win. Because to beat Carolina 3 consecutive times is almost impossible.
Early voting, 100% yes. Now, there are only 2 votes.
Right.
And mine is one of those 2. But I'm going to guess it's going to stay around
at the end of
number.
the show, it's still going to be in the 90s.
I would
High
assume.
80s to low 90s.
Yeah.
And you don't think that Carbs is going to make any adjustments?
I think that he might reinsert Ryan Leonard into lineup for speed. But it's not like he gets that many minutes when he's on.
Are you talking about Radish?
Yes.
Yeah. He only played 11 minutes in this game.
Yeah, and I'm saying also that Leonard, when he's playing for him, doesn't get that many minutes. But I feel like when we first saw Ryan Leonard, and I get it, he only has 1 goal, and it was an empty netter. I feel like when we first saw him on the ice, he injected some speed and some hits. And
he's
it was all
a guy
positive.
that kind of does pop. Yeah.
But then they said he kind of seemed, it seemed like when we were talking to Coach Carberry or some of the other insiders, whether it was Alan May or Craig Laughlin or Joe B., that he was maybe lost in the sauce a little bit because he's a rookie.
Yeah, he's fresh.
And
it's still all new to him.
But I could see them inserting him to bring in some energy. By the way, 31 times in NHL history, teams have come back from down 3-1 in a series.
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers did that in the Stanley Cup playoffs just 2 seasons ago. So
against the Bruins.
I would probably vote yes, it's a must-win because you don't want to be down 3-1. But it's technically not a must-win. You can vote at Junks Radio. But they need it. So what do you need to see? We want to hear from Caps fans. Caps fans always get Rick with us. They don't talk enough Caps. Well, we're talking Caps. It's the second round of the playoffs. They're down 2-1.
Yeah.
What needs to happen? I'm a noob. I think I need to see Ovi score a goal. Like we've gone 3 games in this series and Ovi hasn't done his thing.
I need to see what has Dromer done, by the way?
He's been quiet too.
Been quiet.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't heard his number being called a lot. Need more from those guys, but like more Herculean effort from Willie and then bleeding into the other guys.
I mean, what do they have? 4 goals in the series?
Yeah, but one was an empty netter. They've got 3 goals in roughly 200 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not just Ovi. Everyone has to show up.
Sure.
They just got to be aggressive. They got to pepper Anderson, who's been very good, by the way. Anderson's been very good.
By the way, Protas and Mikey played the second and third most ice time of any Caps forward in the loss. They had 0 individual shot attempts at all strengths.
Yeah.
I mean, that needs to improve. Stealing that from Chris Cerullo from Russian Machine Never Breaks. He always gives good nuggets and breakdowns of the previous game and what went right and what went wrong.
I mean, look, you were 0 for 2 on the power play in this most recent game. So when you have the power play chances, you need to take advantage. And I get it. Carolina has the best power play defense in the league.
How many shots have they gotten off on their power play?
I don't know, but
oftentimes
they scored twice.
Scrambling.
They scored twice on the power play. In this
Carolina, you're talking about Carolina did.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about
I'm
us.
sorry, you're talking about Washington.
Because they're so good.
They're
it's
so
just
good at
neutralizing you and killing penalties.
It doesn't seem like they get a lot.
No,
I mean, I don't know how many there are, but it doesn't seem like they get a lot.
I mean, it's remarkable how good they are at killing penalties.
800-636-1067. What's your expectation, though? Do you think they win?
No.
I said before 50-50, so you're on the other side of that.
Joe B said he thought they were going to win game 2, which they did, and he thought they were going to split in Carolina. I hope he's right. It's hard to come off a game like that when they play so poorly and expect them to come back much better.
You have that recency effect.
I have the recency effect. Yeah,
they can do it, but
can they win? Of course,
they can, but it's going to take like Game 7 type effort, which is what we saw from Willie, which is what you saw. I mean, I think Logan Thompson's always given you his best effort, of course, but some of the other guys, I'm not certain that they're going to that extra fifth gear.
I know this is a simple analysis, but I look at it this way: they've played each other 7 times during the season. If you count the regular season and the postseason, it's 4-3. These teams are even. I know it doesn't feel that way when you watch a game on Saturday night that's 4-0, but they're closely matched.
This is the one where we need Ovi to be the superstar. This is one where you need just Ovi to come to the rescue after being basically invisible.
Well, you know how you can do that? First shift, just go over there and jack somebody up against the wall.
Sure. I'd like to see some bone-jarring hits.
Do the same thing. Just keep repeatedly pummeling them.
And another big Willie game. Willie, give us another effort like you did in game 2.
Yeah.
Because you carried the Caps in game 2.
That's one
might
of the
need that to even up the series.
Might be the most memorable game from Tom Wilson in his career.
Yeah.
For me.
He was spectacular in that game.
Spectacular.
He had a goal, he had an assist, he was sprawling all over the place to block shots.
He was everywhere.
He was on the ice all the time.
I know when I was
killing penalties.
And when I was watching, I mean, how many fights did we have in game 3? Not any real
game 3.
Not any real ones, right? I kept waiting for fight to break out, like a real fight.
Yeah,
let's go.
Phone number's 800-636-1067. Want to hear from some Caps fans? You can also tweet us at Junks Radio. Jeff tweets us, I'm confident the Capitals will win tonight. I'm less confident that they'll be able to win 2 games in a row to win the series, which is what they'll need to do since they dropped game 1. I don't know.
Well, they can win 2 in a row if they steal tonight. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
If they win tonight, when they come back to Washington, the energy is going to be insane.
Yes, right. On Thursday.
In the arena.
Right.
It won't be Wednesday. They don't play every other night.
When they travel, it's an extra day or 2, right? Typically.
Well, usually they were playing every other night.
Other day. Yeah.
But for some reason this week they would play tonight and then Thursday.
Right.
They get a concert or something?
I don't know.
Capital One.
It's a good question.
Could be scheduling conflict.
Did you think by the end of that game that they should have just put Lindgren in? Or no? Did you have that thought? Not that it was
2-0 after 2.
Not that it was like Logan's fault or anything, but as the game was slipping away, just to get him out of there. I don't know. I was thinking it as I was watching it. Not as anything other than just give him a break. Let Lindgren see a few pucks here.
I was fine with keeping Thompson in.
You were?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it too, all right, so it's 2-0 after the second period, and they scored early on in the third period. 3-0. You're going to pull them at 3-0. It's not like you're giving up 6 goals, and then they scored in a power play with a couple minutes left.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't give them power plays because they've been pretty damn good on the power play, and the Caps haven't. I don't know how the Caps can take advantage of it. I mean, the Carolina's just so good at just killing it.
Their penalty kill is outstanding. Man, I mean, from not having watched it obviously throughout the season, but just knowing that
it jumps out at you.
That metric.
Just watching it
when you watch it in a series, when it's the only thing you're exposed to, it definitely jumps out at you.
If you were Cakes Carberry, what would you do for game 4?
To learn how to break down their penalty kill?
No, I'm just saying. No, not in general. Overall. What are you doing?
Hear Cakes adjustment.
I want to hear your adjustment.
I don't have any adjustments.
They got to play better hockey.
I'm not on the coaching staff.
I'm just wondering. Would you do you agree with JP? Give Leonard another shot?
That ain't going to win.
I don't think that's going to happen. I mean,
that's not going to win.
So he's on ice for the rest of the season.
He took away Leonard's sweater mid playoff series. I don't think he's going to give it back. Now, if he does, then JP's vindicated.
Why? He's young, fresh legs. I mean, maybe not fresh legs because he went through the whole college season.
I think there's a reason he took took him off the ice.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to change his mind two games after.
You don't think you would take the sweater? You just need different perspective.
Maybe
they haven't given up on a kid.
Carberry does like to move pieces around to try to get the best matchup.
He hasn't given up on him. I think.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Nor should he.
Yeah, the guy's going to be a stud.
The guy's a top 10 pick.
So why wouldn't you give him another shot? Now you've motivated him a little bit. He's watched 2 games.
Just more on a veteran at this point. Yeah. He just has more trust to give Radish the spot than Leonard.
I think they said after the first time they pulled him, he stayed after, got extra work in. That's exactly the kind of message you're trying to send. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing him back in there.
Like I said, I could see them putting him in there to inject a little life. Shake it up.
He looks scrappy too. He's definitely not afraid to stand up to guys.
Oh no, he's like a smaller version of Tom Wilson. He's a scrapper.
Yeah.
He's going to get it in your face.
Yeah.
He's going to be physical.
They fight a lot in college hockey?
I don't know.
Yeah. I think they just fight a lot in hockey.
I'll be honest. My exposure to college hockey, close to nil.
Limited?
Yeah. I mean, it's basically Ryan Leonard highlights.
It just seems like when they're battling for pucks, the 50-50s, the Canes are always getting it. And they're quicker at every position.
They seem like they're quicker, a little.
And I feel like they're better passers. Like their passing's on point, stick to stick. I mean, sometimes the Caps will, bobble a puck or they'll slip and fall on the ice. At least that was for Game 3. And the Canes just aren't making those mistakes.
Well, I want to thank all the Caps fans for chiming in. We have more Disney fans calling in.
They seem pumped.
So we'll get back to Disney talk.
Yeah. Caps fans, you're fake. Every Cap fan out there listening, you're fake.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I wouldn't call them fake.
You're fake.
Here's what they are. They're scared.
Scared?
They're a little bit scared.
Yeah, you're just fake.
Being in a 2-1 hole.